Hello all, welcome to another session in this course. As part of this session, I am going to cover the next topic, that is using date and its methods in JavaScript. So let's get started. So the topic is using date and its methods. Okay, so what exactly is a date in JavaScript? Date is a constructor function in JavaScript. What is date? Date is a constructor. It is a predefined otherwise. Okay. Date is a predefined constructor function in JavaScript. What is a constructor function? Already have explained this about the constructor function in the previous session here. Okay. If you just go back in this, in this course, as part of one of the previous sessions, I covered somewhere here. After factory function, I covered the constructor function in JavaScript. Using the constructor function, we can create objects, right? There are multiple ways of creating objects in JavaScript. One is by using factory function, we can create the objects, similar type of objects if you want to create with similar properties and methods, inside the functions. Then we have to either go with the factory function or we have to go with the constructor function. I covered all these details in the previous session, so you can refer to the previous videos for this. Once you got the knowledge, you can come back here where you will understand how date is a predefined constructor function. Okay, so date is a predefined constructor function in JavaScript. So by calling this constructor function, we can create objects. If you have seen the previous session, like how to create objects with the help of constructor functions, means we have to use a new keyword. Generally, we do something like this. New keyword will use new keywords, new space, date, like this. Okay. Here, constructor function will be called, and because of you are calling the constructor function, okay, using the new keyword and all, this will create an object here. Okay, this will create an object, and to refer to this object, you can say now is equal to, or you can say d is equal to, or today is equal to, or a is equal to, b is equal to, whatever it is, but I'll say now for now. Okay, and you have to declare this now with any of the data types in JavaScript. We only have two things, right? Generally speaking, we can either use a let or const here. So we can also use, till now we were using let for most of the things. Let's also start using const means constant. Okay, we cannot update this value, which is assigned to this kind of const. Okay, in this case, let's use const, or you can also use let also, both will work. Okay, but I'll use const here. Okay, const now is equal to date. So if I print this now, okay, if I print this, okay, console dot log of now, if I print this, it will print the current date and time. Okay, in some universal time format kind of stuff. I'll explain that, don't worry. So let's get started here. First of all, you see, by calling this constructor function known as date, we have created an object here. Now, if I print this object, what will be printed? The current time will be printed. Okay, current date and time will be printed in a particular format that I'm going to show you right away. Okay, here, let me delete this and freshly create this. Here I'll say date hyphen demo dot js, and here in the JavaScript file I'm going to write the code, that is I'll say const now is equal to new date. Okay, by calling this constructor function, I'm just creating an object here using the new keyword, and this object reference kind of stuff, which is declared with const, or you can also declare with let. I just now I told you, right? If I print this now, what will be printed? Just see first of all. Okay, so here, if I say node, okay, if I say node date hyphen demo dot js, if I say, it will print, you see, the date and time in this particular format. Okay, the current date and time. Okay, this will print the current date and time. Current date and time. So what is the current date and time? Today is what? Today is 22nd July 2025. So 22nd is the date. Then month is 7, that is July, and 2025 is a year, and there is a T as a separator. After this, we have the time, that is, it's showing 8:53, 31 seconds and all. 8:53, 8 hours, 53 minutes kind of stuff it is showing. Seconds and milliseconds it's showing. That's okay. But the problem here is currently it is 14:24. Actually, it's showing me 8, but here it is 14:24. Is there is some difference, right? So what is this time? The time is date and time are getting printed in some format. Okay, what is that? If you want to know that, I have some notes for reference, guys. I'll show you what exactly is that. Okay, I have this notes as reference to explain you clearly what exactly is that, what format that is and all. I'll tell you UTC or some kind of format. Let me tell you. Just let me go here and okay. So where is that? Just give me a second. So yeah, here we have, this is ISO 8601 format of the date. The Z at the end for Zulu time, which is same as the UTC. Okay. Coordinated universal time. Okay. This is nothing but the coordinated universal time. So I am in India. So my time zone is IST time zone. Okay. Indian Standard Time. So which is, 5:30, 5.5 hours more than this kind of stuff. Okay. So in this printed thing, here 8 plus 8.53 plus 5.5 you need to add. Okay. 8.53 plus 5.5 hours you need to add. If you add that, you will get this 225 kind of stuff. Okay. So 8 plus, if I add this, 5:30, somewhere it will go to the 9 or something. 9 plus 5, it's like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes, 14 is there. And the extra minutes will come here as 25 here. That is 14:25. Okay. So you are able to get this right. This is the correct time only, but it's not in it's in a different format. It is a different time zone format. It is a coordinated universal time. So if you add this UTC plus 5:30, our time zone, okay? My time zone will come, which is Indian Standard Time will come. Okay? My time zone, that is Indian Standard Time will come. But what if you want to print this particular time in your format? Then there's another way, guys. That is now dot to string you have to say. Okay? You need to call a method, using this object, you need to call a method known as to string. If you call this method, then it will print in our time zone format. You see? This is a UTC format. Okay? UTC plus 5:30 is this one. You see? 5:30. Tuesday, yes, today is Tuesday, and it's July month, yes, July month. 22nd is the day, 2025 is a year, 1426, you see, 1426 and seconds and all those things. Indian Standard Time is coming. Okay, if you want to print in UTC time format, by default it will print in UTC. This is the current time and date and time here. Okay, but if you want in your format, then you have to use different ways are there, guys. This is one of the way. To string is one of the way. I'll cover other things later. Okay. So this will become more, okay. A lot of things are there for me to explain as part of this date, guys. Okay. But here, if I call this a date constructor, okay, this is when I call this date constructor function, right? Date constructor function, I'm not passing anything, okay. But but we can actually call the date constructor functions by passing some arguments also. So what is the reason why we have to do that and all? I'll cover that. So this is the current date and time. Now is the current date and time. What if I say something like this? Okay. So where, I'll write like this, const, or here itself I'll write const, okay, date one is equal to, or okay, or just date one is equal to whatever you want to write. You just write new date of. Here, if I write this, if the circular brackets are empty, it will get the current date and time. But if I put some format here, either in double quotes or single quotes, if I mention some format here, you are setting some date and time. You are not getting the current date and time. For example, you want to print your birthday or something, okay? Okay, birthday or something you want to print. Let's say I would like to print like there are different ways of this. I'll just type like this, November 11. Okay, November 11. Okay, so let me try another one. So 2011. Okay, let's try this, November 11, 2011. Let's try this. Okay, so if I provide this, so what will happen here is it will not take the current date and, okay, current date and time it will not take. So this particular birthday will not have the current date and time. Rather, you are setting some date, right? You are just providing some data here. So what it will contain is other details it will contain. So if I print this, and say birthday here, okay, so run this, you see, here you are getting this. This part is not the current date and time, guys. Okay, this part is not the current date and time. 2011, you see, it's taking our year. 11, November month. It's sorry, 11th date. Okay, and 10 is coming somehow here. Why the 10 is coming, I don't know. November. Okay, sorry, I got it. Why the 10 is coming, I can say here. So it's taking something. So it may not work properly, guys. Okay, let me give something like November. Okay, so what will happen? Let's see. Sometimes it may not work. So let me clear this, and I'll explain what is the reason why these things are not properly working and all. I'll explain. Before that, we cannot go into the complete details at a go, right? So you see, it's taking October month or some kind of stuff, okay? 11, 10, 20, 11. It's not perfectly coming. So why this is not coming, how to give it properly, I'll all explain all those stuff, okay? So I'll explain all this stuff, guys, okay? So if I give in this format 2011, okay, 11, November, let's see what will happen. Any changes here? Still it's taking the same thing, okay? Why it's taking, we don't know. It's taking 10, 11, 2011, and why it's taking 10 here. Okay, here month, November is taking 11, but here it's instead of 11, it's taking 10 kind of stuff that will deal with it. Okay, so don't worry, guys. These concepts are some other things that I need to explain. How to pass the date, there is a separate concept for that. I'll remove this part for now, okay, since I have to explain in detail, right? If you want to get the current date and time, you have to call the date constructor in this manner, okay, without passing anything. If you don't want to get the current date and time, or if you want to, uh, you know, uh, if you want to, represent a date, okay, with the help of this date constructor function, you want to represent a date, existing date, okay, instead of the current date and time, if you want to represent a date. So for that, date hyphen demo hyphen 2.js, if I say, and here let me write down const, okay, day date is equal to new date of, there are multiple ways. What are the multiple ways I'm going to show you right now? Just go here and let me show you multiple ways of calling the date. Okay, so there is an explanation here. Yeah, what are the different ways of specifying the date format in date constructor function? Okay, date constructor function I'm going to show you. If you don't if you don't pass anything, it will become a current date and time. Okay, but if you pass, there are multiple ways of passing the date, guys. That is in ISO format or natural language format, or some different formats are there. Okay, so I can pass in different formats. For example, I would like to pass this format. That is in the earlier thing when I run this program, I got this output, right? This particular format, ISO format. Okay, this ISO format. Let me copy that, and in double quotes, let me paste that. Okay, so here let me do the changes. 2011. Okay, this is 11, and this is 25. Okay, like this, if I get 25th November 2011, if I am giving, and here I can give some, this is UTC, ISO UTC kind of time, guys. Okay, so just ignore that. Okay, so universal kind of coordinated time kind of stuff. So if I print this out, okay, there is one way. Okay, I can pass the date in this format that we are getting in the output by default, right? That format I'm giving. So here hyphen 2.js, if I say, and you see, I got this 2011 11 25 T. I got the remaining things all, we got it. Okay, fine. So this is one way. Okay, ISO format we are giving, ISO 8601 recommended format we are giving. This is nothing but the UTC time. Okay, this is a UTC time. Other thing is, here we have this other thing, right? You can also give in this format. Okay, we can also give in this format where you can give something like, IST time format we can give. Okay, so 2025-0T13 plus 530 you have to give. Okay, at the end, after 00, you just add plus 530. This will give the IST time. Okay, so the same thing here. Here what is there? 2011 something 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 something. In place of the Z, you give plus, in place of the Z you give plus. This is another way. So I'll do one thing. I'll just not change anything here. I'll copy this and paste it here as date 2. This is date 1, and here I'll, in place of the Z, I'll provide plus 505 colon 05 colon 30 30. That's it. 05 colon 30, right? That's it, right? Yes, 05 colon 30 plus. Like this, if I give and console.log and say date 2, let's see what is coming here. You see, I'm getting something like this. Okay, so 2011 1125, in place of 09, I'm getting 03, right? In place of that is 03 3143, some kind of stuff I'm getting. Okay, This is another way. Okay, this is another way. IST time format. If you want to give, you can give. Okay. Current one is what? Now it is like 14 1434, right? So I have to give something like this. Okay. 1434. Let's give something. 1434 kind of stuff. Let's give here and see what is happening here. Okay. If I give 1434, I'm getting something other thing I'm getting. Okay. Am I printing the correct one? Okay. It looks correct only. 090143, same thing I'm getting, right? 0904. Okay, here 4 is coming. 43. That's what is the difference only I'm getting. Okay, so I'm printing date 1, date 2. And if I say dot to string or something, let's see the difference. We'll get in IST format. Okay, November 25, 2011, 1434, 43 I'm getting. Okay, 1434, 43 I'm getting. Okay, so if I'm not converting into to string and printing as it is, what I'm getting? Let's see. Clear? Okay, I'm getting 09. Yes, 09, right? So we have to say 530 minus you have to do. Okay, so it will go to 9 only. Okay, you have to minus. So remaining extra 4 minutes is coming here. That's correct only. It's properly coming. Okay, this is printing in UTC format, but here we are entering the time zone in IST format. Okay, so along with this, you want to give in the UTC plus extra time of the IST you are giving here. Okay, so then you are getting the proper thing. Okay. So here, actually you are giving in IST format, okay? 14 means 1436, right? 1436 or 1434. This is IST format. To mention that you are giving like this, okay? If it is UTC or, ISO format, then you are giving directly like this with Z at the end, okay? So these are the ways, guys. So more you go deep, more the ways you will understand. If you don't pass anything, it will be considering as current date and time in the ISO standard format, not IST format or Indian standard time format. It is ISO 8601 format by default. That is UTC time. But if you want to give IST time, you have to give the IST time plus 530. You have to give. Okay. Then you can also give in natural language format, guys. Okay. One of the natural languages what not working, right? You have to give in this proper formats here. Okay. Like in natural language format, there are a lot of issues you will get in natural language format. It is not recommended way of using it, but there is a way I'm saying. Okay. So let's give that in natural language format. Let const date 3 is equal to new date of const date 3 is equal to new date of and here give double quotes and just double quotes or single quotes, anything is fine. So let's give something like November 25 comma 2011. Let's give like this and print this, guys. Okay, let's say date 3 and let's see what is happening. You see here in place of the 25, 24 is coming. Okay, that's the problem. It's reducing the date. It will be from 0 to kind of, guys. Okay, 0 means first date like that. Okay, it will be considered. If you want to give 25 means you need to give 26 here. Okay, that's the difference. You see now 25 will come. 25th November means 26 you have to give. Then it will become 25. Date you have to increase by 1. Okay, what is the reason and all you will understand later. Okay, and remaining all by default whatever the current time zone it is adding. Okay, then next you can also give in other natural language formats like January 17 2025 with time also you can give like this. Okay, it's up to you. You can try all this stuff, guys, or you can also give in this format, natural language format like 2025-01 17 also you can give. Okay, these are all the different ways. These are not considered across all the browsers. Okay, use with care. Okay, whenever you are using natural language, better be refer the stuff like this and use it carefully. But it's recommended to give either this UTC time format or IST time format like this, or empty one to represent the current date and time instead of a specific time and date and time. Okay, if you want to represent a specific date and time, you have to go with this format. Okay. Fine. Natural language is not recommended. And there is other way known as numeric arguments. Okay. There's other way known as numeric arguments also we can give, guys. Okay. So we have to pass like this. Okay. New date. First we need to pass the year, then month index, then day, hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds, everything we have to give. Okay. Or you can give only few things and you can ignore the remaining also. Okay. It's not compulsory to give all the arguments. Okay. So how many arguments you want to give that you can give. This way also we can do. This is a recommended way. Okay, this is one of the accurate way or perfect way you can say. Okay, this is one of the great way that you can remember and do all the stuff. Okay, so here const date 4 is equal to new date of, like this you write, and simply say okay. In this, don't put double quotes. If you hold the mouse, you see a lot of things will be there. A lot of overloaded methods will be there here, guys. Okay, a lot of overloaded methods are there. I'll explain more about the overloaded methods later. That's okay. Uh, you know. Okay, so the other way is like this way, guys. That is, first we have to give the year. Give the year 2011. Okay, comma. Then after the year, what I have to give? After the year, you have to give the month index. Month index starts with 0. That means January is 0, December is 11. Okay, so I would like to give November, that is 10. 10 means November in this case. Okay, then day. How to give the day? Just see here, if you are giving 17, here 17 is being considered. Okay, so let's go here and see. Lot of information is there, guys. Don't worry. Okay, while giving all this stuff, what information you have to give, you have to see. Fine. So let's give the date as, let's assume that as 11 here. Okay. So for now, let's go with this flow and see if anything required, day I'm giving as 11, and then hours I can give hours. Okay. So let's say I would like to give that as 14, 14, then minutes as 40, comma 40, then seconds as some 50, then milliseconds as 350. Okay. Let's give like this and see what is happening. Console.log date 4, multiple ways of calling this date constructor function. Okay, so that you need to understand first. Date 4, let me print this out and see what is happening. You see, so when I give 11, it's considering 11 only. This month 10 means index month. Index of the month is 10 means 10 is for November, guys. Okay, December will have 11, January will have 0. So index month, that is, this is index month, but the day is exactly same, 2011 year, and 14. This is coming in, UTC kind of format or ISO 86 some kind of format. So we have to add 530 to this, okay, to get this 14, 40, 50 kind of stuff. Okay. So hope guys you understood how to specify a particular date, or how to specify the current date and time in JavaScript. Okay. So far we only have specified the date using by calling the date constructor function in different ways possible. Okay. So but there are a lot of other things I need to cover, guys. About this date I need to cover a lot of other stuff. Okay. I need to still cover a lot of other stuff. So that is that we can call this functions. You can retrieve this either from the specific date or from the current date time. If you want to get the full year, get month, the date, a lot of methods are there which I'll continue. Okay, so we'll continue from here the remaining part also in the same session. Okay, let's wait for this. So let's use few methods here. For that, let's come here and we already have used toString. So instead remove this, and this, by calling this date constructor function, we are getting the current date and time. And if I print it as it is, if this particular object, if I print this, okay, as it is, what will be printed in the output console? It will be printing the current date and time in that format, okay? The default format, that is ISO or UTC format, it will be printing, right? So node space date hyphen demo dot JS, if I run, you see, it will be printing in this ISO some number format, okay? Fine. So, and there are other ways, the other ways of printing this, okay? The specified date or current date and time, whatever it may be. For that, we can use this object and call the methods. Okay, like a toString method is one of the methods. So there are a lot of other methods here. This is what I have just now shown you. Like we can also say toString to get the local time with time zone. This is not coming in IST format. Okay, but I want to get in IST format. So for that, I'll write now dot toString. Okay, if I say now dot toString, this will be printing the current date and time in the Indian Standard Time where I'm actually staying. Okay. So run this. You see, I'm getting this in Indian Standard format. Indian Standard Time, Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025, 16,745, like that we got it. Okay. Next thing here is two ISO string. Okay, two ISO string where you are going to get you see ISO is by default also default UTC format. Here also UTC format only will get. Okay, there is no need of learning this, but if you really want to try it out, you can use that. Okay, console.log now dot to ISO string like this and run this. See what is the difference. You see, same thing, exactly same thing, right? There's no difference. Okay, so no need of using this method because by default also the same thing. If you explicitly use this one also, we'll get the same output as this one. Okay, then next one we have here is to local string. Okay, local format. Okay, local format. Either you can use to string here, either you can use to string here or to local string. Both you'll get a proper output. Okay, console.log now dot to local string and see here. You see, we are getting this format. Okay, to string and to local string. It will be in our format. Okay, it's 4 p.m. Okay, 4 9 p.m. kind of format. If you want with this kind of date, month, year kind of format, then you can use to local string. If you use to string, you'll get like this. Okay, descriptive one you will get. If you use two local string, you will get a short one, but in the Indian Standard Time you will get. Okay, both the things will be in Indian Standard Time, but this format is different from this format. Okay, so like that, different methods are there, guys, that we have to use. Then we have something like to date string. Only the date portion will be printed. Okay, in this particular printed portion here, we got both the date and time. In this only date I want. Okay, in that case, what I have to do? Console.log now dot to date string. Okay, to date string. Clear? Run this. You see, only the date portion has come. Okay, Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. Till here only we got. The time part didn't come. Okay, if you want to get the time portion of the string, what do you have to do? I have to say console.log now dot to time string. To time string. Now clear this and run this code and see that we got the time. Okay, the time portion of the date we got. Time portion of the date we got. Okay. So these are some methods, guys. These are some methods. Apart from these methods that we can use for printing the date in different formats and different portions of the date. Okay, whether it may be current date time or in this case, I demonstrated with current date and time, right? Again, if you pass something like this, again, if you pass something like this, okay, you will get in a different format. Okay, you can also pass in a different format also. Instead of normal date, current date and time, you can pass any specific date also. This is going to work. Okay, all these methods are going to work for you. You see here, all these methods are now going to work for you. You see, different formats, Friday, November 25, 2011. Whether it is specific date or current date and time, these methods are going to work. Okay, to string, to ISO string, to local string, to date string, to time string will all work. Okay, the same fashion for the current date, time and specific date. Okay, the next thing we have here is we have some getter and setter methods, guys. We have some getter and setter methods. Get and set methods are there. Okay, we have some get and set methods that we can use. So what first we can use get methods. After understanding how to use this get methods, we can actually try this set methods. Okay, there are some set methods and get methods. Get for retrieval, set for updating. Okay, updating the things. Fine, let's start with the get methods. Let's start with the get methods. So let's create one JavaScript file, date-demo-3.js. I'll go here and you know, I'll just write like this const. Okay, 1 minute. I'll just write like this const now is equal to new date. Okay, so let's close this. Okay, const now is equal to new date. And here what I need to do next, const now is equal to new date. And the next thing that I need to do here is I want to use all these get methods. Okay, if I print normally, if I print normally console.log and say now dot to string, you'll get okay to string or to string is fine, right? To string or you can to local string is also fine. To local string, okay, to local string method if you call, it will print in this format that we already know. Sorry, this is not the one. Date-demo 3.js I have to run. You see 22, 7, 2025, hours, minutes, seconds, PM kind of format we are getting. Now I would like to use something like this console.log now dot get full year. What is the full year here? Full year means in this what is the year 2025? We should get 2025 here. Okay, let's see whether we are getting 2025. Yes, only 2025 came. Using this get full year method, we are able to retrieve 2025 from this current date and time. Okay, fine. Then next, like that many methods are there. Now dot get, you see, here is there get month. Get month. Which month? Here get month. Here what is there here? 7. Okay, that is July, right? So, but July will have 6 kind of stuff here. Okay, here July will have 6 kind of stuff here, guys. So January will be 0 index. Whereas, okay, you can clearly see here if you are using get month 0 to 11. Okay, if that is July, for July, you are going to get 6 number. Okay, even though it's mentioned as 7 for July in this output, but here get month will bring us 6. Okay, that's how it is going to work. Now let me run this and see. You see 6 is going to get printed 6 for July. Next thing, now dot get day. Okay, get day. Get a day means in this what is the day? 22 is a day, right? Let's see what the get day will become. Get the day of the week. Okay, get the day of the week. Get the day of the week, or we can use get date first of all. Instead of get day, we can use get date. Get date will, okay, return 1 to 31. Okay, 1 to 31. So whatever the current date is, that only will come. So here what is it? 22 is it? So 22 will come here. Okay, 22 will be printed. Okay, so let's run this and see 22 is getting printed or not. Yes, only for the month index is coming, but for date exact date is coming. That's okay. Then console.log now dot get day. Get day, guys. Get day means in the week every day will have a number starting from 0 to 6. Monday will have 0, Tuesday will have 1, like that. Okay, so today is Tuesday, guys. So for Tuesday 2 will be printed. Okay, for Tuesday 2 will be printed. So let's run this. For Tuesday 2 will be printed. Let's see whether 2 is getting printed or not. Yes, 2 for Tuesday. Okay, so this how we have to just try all these methods, guys. Then what is the next thing that is left out here? Hours. Okay, I want to get hours. Let's see how the hours will come. Now dot get hours. Okay, if I say now dot get hours and run this code, okay, I'll get 16. Okay, here 4:15 p.m. right? So 12 plus 4 is 16. So 16 is coming. So console.log now dot get minutes will be there. Okay, this will get you the minutes. How many minutes here? 15 minutes, right? Let's see where 15 is coming or not. Yes, 15 is coming. Then we can also get seconds. Console.log like that. Many methods are there, guys. According to your need, you can have to learn them. But I'm just demonstrating all the different type of methods for you. Get seconds are there, get milliseconds are there. You can try all the stuff. Okay, get seconds and milliseconds. First seconds I'm trying. 7 seconds. 7 seconds are there. Here you see 07 means 7 seconds. Similarly, we can get anything, guys. Okay, now dot get. Okay, so time zone offset or something is there. Let's try the time zone offset kind of stuff and see what is coming here. Minus 330 is coming, this is a different thing, guys. Time zone offset means, it is a different thing. I'll cover this later. For now, let's ignore this. Okay, so full year is completed, get month is completed, get date is completed, get day is completed, get hours is completed, minutes, seconds. You can also try milliseconds. Then we have get time, get the timestamp in milliseconds since epoch. Okay. Then get time or zone of seconds means get time zone different from UTC. Our time zone is different from UTC from how many minutes. Okay. Earlier you got this minus 330, right? That's the thing. Okay. Here, if you want to get the timestamp, you have to use get time method. If you want to use a timestamp, you have to get time method. Okay. So it will give you the timestamp. You see, we got the timestamp, right? This is the timestamp you will get. Okay. So get the timestamp in milliseconds since epoch. Okay. So if you want to generate every time you want to generate a different number, you can call this method to generate this timestamp. So next time if you print this, earlier 60 we got here, you see some other thing, 75, some different timestamp we are getting. Okay. So yeah. Next, get time zone offset means I told you, right? What is the difference between that UTC by default, whatever the UTC and how many minutes it is different from the IST, Indian time standard time where I'm staying, how many minutes it is different, that it will come. Okay, get time zone offset. Okay, console dot down now get time zone offset. Okay, you can call this the difference between the UTC and our time zone where we are actually running the program will come here in the form of minutes. Okay, that is what is the get time zone offset. Okay, that's what is the method. These are some get methods, guys. Similarly, we have the set methods. Similar set methods. We have set full year. If you want to set the full year, we can set the full year. Okay, so here we are only getting right, getting full year and all. By current date and time we are getting. But if you want to set something as an year, you can set it. Now dot set full year. Okay, now dot set full year, and I would like to set it as 2011. What will happen here? Instead of we getting 2025, we'll get 2011 here. Okay, just run this and see. 2011 will come. Okay, we have modified the, instead of current date and time, the time the year in the current date and time are set to 2011. Okay, so we are modifying using the set methods. We can do all this stuff even though you are using the date constructor function, which is a default one without any arguments, which will actually get the current date and time. But here I'm specifying the time in this particular thing using this object. Okay, next one is like you can also set the month with the help of index if you want to set the month to some other thing. Here, what is a month here actually? July. Okay, for July is for 6, right? 0 to 6 is 0 means January, 6 is July. Okay, now I want to set the month also. Set month. I would like to set it as let's say 01 March. Okay, March is for 2, right? So here for March, what will come? Let's see. Yeah, 2 will come for March. Okay, 012 March. This is for March. Similarly, you can set all the stuff, guys. Set a lot of methods are there. You can set the date. Okay, you can clearly try this out. Okay, many other methods are there. You can try it out. Set full year, set month, set date, set hours, set minutes, set seconds, set milliseconds, set time. Okay, so all this stuff you can do. Okay, all this stuff you can do. Then what else we have here? I think these are few things, we need to understand get set and all those stuff and okay, fine then. So in this session, I covered a detailed explanation about date and its methods in JavaScript and, so yeah, that's all for this session, guys. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.